Okay guys, welcome. Today we have a core workout for you, actually a whole core session. And what we're going to start off with is we're going to work on our tuck planche position. So tuck planche is something that's coming out of calisthenics or gymnastics even, and it's all about body control. We're going to do 3 to 4 sets of 15 to 25 seconds of a tuck planche hold. It's up to you how long you're going to do it. If you're going to do 3 or 4, let's say the third set you're absolutely burning and you can barely get the 15 seconds, there's really no much need for another 4th set. If you think in the third one, that's okay, I can do one more, then just go for it, make it 4. Yeah? You are going to try to really push the hold as long as possible every time. So really lean forward with the shoulders, tuck in those feet behind you, and you should be good to go. Now, after you've done those tuck planches, we're going into 4s per side of alternate straddle leg lifts with a hold in the top, which is going to be focusing and really working on the hip flexors in the front, which lift up the legs, which is almost an everyday task, like walking, running, getting up from the ground, whatever. Everything you want to do, the hip flexors are really getting some work in. So it's good to strengthen those, and that's what we're going to do today. After which, we're going to do core meltdown. So it's going to be all time, so your time is going to be your best friend for this workout. You're going to do 90 seconds of as many Turkish get-ups as you can. So alternating hands, if you use an object, if you don't use an object, then it's all good. You can just keep going as you like. Then, 60 hollow rocks, sorry, 60 seconds of hollow rocks, which would maybe equate to 60 hollow rocks as well. Into 90 seconds of wall walks, to 60 seconds of a hollow flutter kick, into 90 seconds of a bear crawl, and then 60 seconds of a hollow scissor kick. I will show all of those movements in a bit. First, we're going to start with the warm-up. Coach. Now, we're going to start with prone scapular retraction, so laying down on the belly, and then from there you're going to move the shoulder blades forward and back. If you're lying on the floor, keeping both hands above the ground, and really try to retract the scapula as much as you can. Then 5 very slow circles per arm, so you can do both arms at the same time. You can even stand up against the wall and do one arm at the same time, whatever you feel like it. But try to really create as much movement in the shoulder as possible. 5 circles per side into a 30-second reverse plank bridge, which is on the feet and on the hands with the hips up towards the ceiling, holding this as long as you can. Yeah? Let's make it 2 rounds of that warm-up and then getting into the tuck planche. So if you have 2 sturdy chairs, then go ahead and use those chairs. If you don't have chairs, then the question is what's your house look like? But otherwise, maybe you can use these parallettes, or you can use like 2 stacks of books or whatever else you're needing. Yeah? So from here, arms are on the parallettes, you're pushing down with the arms, so you're pushing yourself up against your arms, and from there you're going to tuck the knees up to the chest, trying to get the hips as high as you can. So Pat is already leaning forward quite far, as you can see, but the tuck planche, you're trying to get the hips up behind the shoulders. There you go. So it's really having to push, leaning forward, and push those hips back, as you can see, and this is actually a good position. This is what we're looking for. Yeah? It's okay if you cannot get up that far, if you cannot get back that far with the hips or the feet. That is why we're doing this. Just try to resist your hips coming forward and the shoulders coming back as much as you can. Try to lean forward as much as possible. 3 to 4 sets in that position, and with the feet nice and far apart, you're going to lift up one leg, hold for 5 seconds, try to keep the leg as straight as possible, come back down, and then go on to the other side. Doing 8 lifts in total on both legs. You're going to do 5-second hold in that top position. Then, core meltdown time. Turkish get-up. One arm in front, you come up to the elbow, come up to the hand, lift up the hips, foot goes underneath, chest comes up, and then you stand up into an overhead lunge. Back down, hand on the ground, foot through the hips, hips on the ground, onto the elbow, flat on the back. Switching sides. Yeah? That was a little bit too quick for you, I understand. Try to find a video where it's a little bit more detailed of an explanation for the Turkish get-up. That might be on our page. Actually, I don't think there is. So search it for somewhere else. Then 60 seconds hollow rocks. So leaning back and forward, rocking on the lower back, so you're trying to keep that lower back as round as possible, and coming down and up as good as you can. 60 seconds into a 90-second wall walk. Well, multiple wall walks in 90 seconds. So very slowly or very quickly trying to walk up the wall with your feet, nose all the way towards the wall, and then coming back out into push-up position, doing push-up, and then coming back up. Yeah? This one gets tough. If you feel like you're going to fail, take a couple of seconds and then come back up to the wall. We don't want you to fall on your face. Then the hollow flutter kicks, you're going to be on the back, again that hollow position, and from here the feet are going to move independently from each other. Think about treading water, basically a flutter kick. Yeah? Then a bear crawl, hands and feet, hips are high. The idea with the bear crawl is that your hips are higher than your shoulders at all times. So you walk with left hand, right foot at the same time, and then you go back and forth if you have a limited space, or you can just walk forward for 90 seconds. Then into a 60-second hollow scissor kick, again into that hollow position, and this time the feet are going to move up and over each other, back and forth for a 60-second window. That's it. Then you're done. Try every part of this movement just to keep moving for the duration of time. Yeah? Just keep going, keep going, keep going. You'll be fine. Yeah? Then, to stretch. A kneeling tricep stretch. We're going to grab our hand or our elbow above our head, pull back between the hand between the shoulder blades, or maybe if the elbow is not that mobile, just behind you. Push back for 90 seconds on each side. Then, into a child's pose with a combined lat stretch. So you're going to walk both hands to one side, and from there you grab the ground, push your shoulders to the opposing side, and you feel a nice stretch down and down the upper back, which is your lat muscle, which is exactly what we are looking for. 90 seconds per side, and then I hope you had a good workout, and we'll see you in the next one.